Back on the Ascend Federal Credit Union Friday Night Thunder Scoreboard Show, Dennis Weaver, also known as Kermit the Frog, joining you here on Friday Night Thunder. Brian Marcrom on the scoreboard, Danny Catalano, he's loading the scoreboard for us, and of course Rob Clutter is on the telephone, and he has connected us with Coach Steve Carson of the victorious Eagleville Eagles. They go to 11-0 tonight with a 21-7 win over Columbia Academy. Coach Carson, congratulations.
Well, thank you, Dennis. I appreciate that.
Let me ask you this: do you ever listen to the show on Puelos Grill, from Puelos Grill on Monday nights on WGNS?
No, we're probably practicing at that time, so
good deal.
I don't get a chance to listen to that very much.
Good deal. If anybody says anything at all about me picking Columbia Academy, don't believe a word of it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm still drinking the Carson Kool-Aid.
Well, I told you before that might make you sick if you drink too much of it now. So I'm just glad we got the win tonight.
It had to be a physical game. Columbia Academy, a running team. Talk about how it was a scoreless at the end of the first quarter, I think. Talk about how generally overall what happened in the game.
Well, it was a physical football game, and those guys do a great job. They're averaging 42 points a game coming in, and it was kind of sloppy early on. They took the ball and we made a punt, and we ripped off 2 or 3 big plays, and then turned the ball over. And they kind of put together a little drive, and then turned the ball over on about their own 20, and we were able to score on that a few plays later. It was 7-0 at the half, and like our guys have done all year, they came in and regrouped, and we came out and drove down the second half, went up 14-0, and then they put together just a really nice drive and scored right at the end of the third quarter to make it 14-7. And Andrew Jernigan, Nathan Jernigan's little brother, they kick off and he takes it back 85 for a touchdown, and that pretty much sealed it right there. That's great stuff. Now, Nathan has been your go-to guy all year long. Talk about Nathan Jernigan. I can't say enough. There's not enough good adjectives for me to speak on Nathan. First of all, he's just a fine young man, and but he's come through us, in the clutch for us all year. We got 5, 6 guys up front blocking for him that have done a great job as well. And Nathan is he's a special player to us, and but he's just about as humble as a man as you'll find. And he's just been a big part of our football team this year, and then success we've had so far.
Coach Steve Carson joins us on the telephone as his Eagleville Eagles win tonight 21-7 over Columbia Academy. You got a Gordonsville team coming to Talon Field next week. A Gordonsville team that put up about 55 tonight, I think, on Nashville Christian. Have you had a chance to see them in any of the common games or anything like that, or what can you tell us about Gordonsville right now?
Other than they're really, really good. Very well coached on both sides of the ball. They're very talented to go along with that. They're one team that we haven't seen on film all year. And, we'll have our hands full this week. They'll obviously be by far the best team we've played so far this year. But, when you get to the quarterfinals, you expect to play really good teams, and they're really good. We'll have to not only play extremely hard and with great effort next week, we'll have to play well, to have the opportunity to win.
This is an Eagleville team that gets his very first playoff victory tonight. You're 11.
No, that's the second one. It's the second.
Oh, that's right.
We got one 2 years ago too.
That's right. I'm sorry, but your first time to make it to the quarterfinals. Correct. Yeah. So, humbleness. Is this team still humble? Are they still hungry? You've had about 45 minutes now.
I think they are. They were excited this week in practice, and we had a good week of practice. I think a lot of it was we had a bye week last week, and probably had some big game jitters coming in. And but our defense played great. Offensively, we were sluggish and sloppy at times. But I think our guys still understand. They know that what's gotten us here to 11-0 is not some great schematic scheme or anything like that. What's gotten us here is out hustling people and out hitting people and playing with great effort every snap, and that's what's gotten us here.
I guess
if we continue to do those things, then we'll have an opportunity to get a win next week. But we're going to have to do those things and play well.
I guess it says a lot about the character, not only of you and your coaches, but your kids when they're willing to try to outwork everybody. Is that a fair assessment?
Well, I think every team in the state comes in and says that, and I think most of them try to do it. But this bunch, they've just kind of been woven into who they are, and it's what this team is, and they know that and they believe that, and that's how they live. And I hope that my wish for them is they attack life after football like they've gone through this season, and I think they will.
Well, I could talk to you all night, but I know you got other things to do. And are you guys on the huddle system, or are you going to have to trade tape tomorrow morning?
We'll have to trade tape.
Okay.
There's a donor out there listening that would like to give us a little money to help us out with that. We would certainly do it. It's a good system to be on, but I'll be meeting them in the morning. Okay.
Well, we appreciate you spending part of your valuable time and your family time talking to us each and every week. And win, lose, or draw, we want to talk to you every week.
Well, I appreciate you guys giving me an opportunity once again to kind of highlight our program and talk about it and promote it. And I just appreciate the job that y'all do as well.
All right. Thank you, Steve. Well, good luck next week entertaining Gordonsville, okay?
Thank you very much.
All right. Steve Carson, the head coach for the Eagleville Eagles. He is a good one indeed.